Hello, everybody, and welcome to Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
We're going to be doing a topic about ninjas today.
Oh! Only we
these are-
had a friend on the show.
Who was also a ninja.
Ah.
We do. You can't see him. These are 3 books that feature ninjas. We've got Ninjak, #1, Young Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja, #1, and Elektra, #1. We're going to be talking about what happens in all these books and then rate them based on which one's the good, the bad, and the ugly, if any apply. And if any are especially bad, they get placed into the wrong box, a prison where we keep all the worst dregs from the show.
A crypt, if you will.
Thank you, I like that. Tiffany, do Ninjak.
Oh.
Yay.
Is it because I picked this one out?
Yeah, because it's
You
colors.
did. You picked that book off
did.
of a long box or a short box, something.
Yeah, because of its cover. I was like, look at this.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Look at this.
Describe
It looks like it's candy.
This is like one of those like hollow foil style kind of covers. It's a wraparound.
Yeah.
It apparently was designed to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at all that
So-
stuff.
At home, we just brought home a Hero Illustrated, and I was poking through it today before I came here, and there's an article about this book.
That
Really?
issue in
That
particular.
This issue.
That's amazing. How clandestine
I
is
literally
that?
right before I came over, like I had some extra time, and I was flipping through the magazine, and literally there was the thumbnail, and I was like, "What is this about?" Because this came out in February, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, 94.
94. And this was reported to be a #1 best-selling book of the month.
Wow.
It
Really?
outsold its like others. It
Well,
was like
Because of the cover.
Let's talk about it. #1, it's from Valiant.
It is
who
from
in
Valiant.
94
Yes.
paid off a lot of comic book magazines, including Wizard and Hero Illustrated.
Right.
And #2, the cover is by one Joe Quesada.
Yeah. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti worked on this book,
Mm-hmm.
and this was the first time Valiant had had a #1 best-selling book. This was according to Diamond and all the other
Yeah,
sellers.
it's not
out
It's
there.
just-
like real.
So I don't know.
I think it is.
They didn't just
And I
make
wouldn't
it
be
up.
surprised.
Of course, in the same issue of this not Wizard magazine, there was an article about how or comic book sales were dipping, and was this going to be an ongoing trend,
Oh.
or was it just like something that was happening right then and
Right.
there?
Oh,
so I
no.
thought that was kind of funny that in that same issue they're like, but Ninjak's #1 for November,
Yeah.
or whatever. I think the guy who was running Valiant at the time was just like, yeah, well, it's so successful because of this cover, but then inside it's like so good, that's why you come back for #2.
Right.
That's why.
Right, we got
Ninjak's
you with the
great.
cover, and we'll keep you with the story.
And the funny thing is, they never sold a #2.
So this is a #1, and when I read this book, it felt like I was being dropped in the middle of a really poorly written James Bond movie where James Bond was a ninja.
Yeah, and that's the pitch, except for the poorly written part. Whenever anyone's trying to sell you a Ninjak, they're like, it's James Bond, but he kills people with a sword. It's if James Bond was a ninja. Are you sold yet? How many units can I
what
put you
else
down
do
for?
I
A
have
million?
to say? Yeah.
10? Please.
So this book begins on a dock in Monaco where there's like an arms deal going down, and there's like men in big suits and scantily clad women just abound with all these like boxes.
Yeah, what are they selling?
It's like Sidewinder missiles.
Stinger missiles.
Stinger
Stinger
missiles.
ripped from the headlines.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, they sold those to the Afghan.
Sure.
Mujahideen.
Yeah,
and the
we're-
CIA did.
That's right.
We're
Yeah.
trying desperately, I guess, to make this
Relevant. It's all part.
Yeah.
It's ripped from the headlines.
Yeah,
Right.
there's definitely some like topical, like
Right,
slightly
but that
topical
is-
techno stuff. in
that
there.
is like the James Bond
Yeah.
element right there. Like,
Yep.
oh, what's current and going on right now? So the arms deal isn't going down the way anybody wants it to. There's like a guy who's supposed to be, I guess, part of. Is he part of the government, or is he part of
No, he's part of
the
another.
Weaponeers?
Yeah,
the
Weaponeers.
Weaponeer. It's an organization of some kind.
Which
They're-
I assume is weapon-based.
That are
Yeah.
called the Weaponeers, which is like if you were playing an RPG and you were approached, you had like 3 guilds to choose from. It'd be like the Engineers, the Warriors, and the Weaponeers, and
I'll
you'd
take
be like,
Weaponeers every time. Because that means I'm like fluent in swords and guns and magic.
I figured the engineers would be making the stuff and the warriors are using it. What do the weaponeers do? We just admire them.
I just
them.
like weapons. The Weaponeer guy, Pierre, expects his deal to go a certain way, and then like the guy he's selling to, like Sala,
Yeah.
is like, yeah, no, like I'm just gonna take these and like screw you, and like and Pierre's there with this chick named Dominique, who totally is a turncoat, and she's also working.
What?
Yeah, she works for Dr. Silk very closely.
Plays real close.
Because she's hot. Pierre ends up dying.
Yes.
Like Dominique shoots him in the back of the head, and then Ninjak shows up. And like as we're like watching this go down, there's like this cat So if you don't know anything about Ninjak, which at least I have some idea who Ninjak is, obviously, because Valiant, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, so he's a cat, or he's using the cat, or he's got
Right, the
cat.
cat's
Is that a
powers.
robot cat? Because we get like these really like weird readouts about like analysis, like
Yes.
it's reading a computer.
Yeah,
Is
and
the
like
cat a robot?
Right, and then there's this one where like he goes like, "There's a good girl," and I guess he's talking to the cat for
Yeah.
some
It's
reason.
a show that he has like a tender side.
That's right.
get-
He
the
likes
cat
the
is
cat.
like-
Pets the cat.
No, I thought he was talking about Dominique.
I don't know who the hell he's
It
talking
could be
about.
read either way.
All
Yeah.
I know
Either
is
way, he's talking about pussy.
Moving on.
I don't think that's gonna
No one's
make
gonna
the
reach
cut.
for that. The lowest hanging fruit is often the ripest.
Or rotten.
Please continue.
So, what I find to be interesting though about the panels with the cat and Ninjak is for some reason there's an Art Nouveau flourish on them, and I'm like, what the
Yes.
hell
Yeah.
does Ninjak have to do with the Art Nouveau movement? Can anyone explain that
I
to
think
me?
it's that Quesada wanted to draw that.
That's the only thing that ties the cover to this book. Is
Is-
like the colorful flourishes, but they're different styles, so it doesn't quite make sense.
But
Right.
yeah, different panels are illustrated in that style.
Yeah,
It's
it's
weird.
it's straight up Art Nouveau. Because
For no reason.
Well, I think Quesada's
no
probably
reason.
in his like in his early 20s, maybe like late teens.
I guess he's just
so he
fin-
just got out of art school. He's trying to finish that chapter.
Well, I'm experimenting.
It makes
This
no
is number
sense
one.
because you're like, is that in the scene?
Yeah.
Do we see that
is
happening?
Is that like
Yeah.
a filter in
And-
front of the scene? I don't understand.
No, it's just it's artistic flourish.
I guess
It's to introduce
Yeah.
the book. Like,
Yeah.
there you go.
And it's also it's showing you something you've never seen before. It subverts expectations.
Ninjak kicks everybody's butt, but he doesn't kill Sala or Sal or whatever you want to call him.
We had a debate about it. I think we were all agreeing it's a Sala.
Sala? Okay.
I'm sure it's wrong.
He doesn't kill him, and
It's Sally. There we go.
instead he picks up the Stinger like missile launcher and he fires it at the dock, like blowing everything
Blows
up,
up the boat,
like to
yeah.
send a message.
Yeah.
But then he's just like, crap, they're gonna now they're gonna retaliate. It's like,
You want to send a message.
Yeah.
What was your
if,
plan?
if you didn't want them to retaliate, why did you send the
I
message?
think you're supposed to think he did. He's like, bring it on. I don't know. Like, that's how badass he is.
But he immediately is like, I'm not that badass. Never mind.
No. Don't forget he also retrieves a bracelet.
So before Ninjak blew up the dock or even showed up, like Dominique left because she had to go have a date with Colin King, who is Ninjak. Oh,
Yeah.
what? And so prior to blowing the dock up, Ninjak grabs this bracelet, this like really ornate bracelet, which says like "Forever yours, Pierre."
Oh.
It was obviously a gift from Pierre to Dominique because like that's what this chick's like thing is like
She uses men.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
gets close to them and then destroys them.
yeah, she's like the evil Bond chick
Yeah.
Yeah.
who he's gonna
That's
like
exactly
Yeah,
what
she
You've
double
gotten the James
crosses.
Bond thing.
yeah, he's
Because
gonna
you will.
he's
in a
gonna
minute.
screw her until you know
Yeah.
she's good. Except
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
no.
But so
I
anyway,
mean, until she's good and
yeah, well,
there's another word there.
yeah. So at 10:30 p.m. he picks her up.
Yeah, they really have a reservation for 11 p.m.
So it's just a really like crazy restaurant where like you need to eat late.
You know why?
Or does he just think he needs to make reservations that late at night to feel
it's-
important?
It's 11 because it's a double entendre. See, the age of the people reading it are 11, and that's,
Well, they're not allowed to stay up that
that's
late.
really late at night. That's when
Yeah.
adults really get the action going. is around
Sure.
11.
Oh yeah, sure. That's
Well, I mean, if clubs stay
Maybe
open
they're
until
not-
like 4 or
yeah,
5 in the
maybe
morning.
they're going
yeah.
to a club. They're not even going to dinner, maybe?
They do not
They're just
look
going
like
to
they
They're
dance.
going to
love
go to
it.
dinner and then a club.
No,
probably.
they talk about how they have reservations, and she says, "Let's eat in."
yeah,
Remember?
Oh,
yeah. They
By
have
the
re-
way, they have reservations at 11. She just got out of the shower at 10:30.
I know.
Yeah.
No way. She's ready. by
and
11.
he's there at 10:30, obviously.
Oh yeah, punctual.
I guess.
No, I'm sure that is way too early.
Yeah, well, for her, because she's not wearing. Well, she's wearing her jewelry, and so she realizes her bracelet's gone, and he shows up, and he's like, "Oh, I found it in the hall." Ha ha ha.
Which should have been the biggest tip-off for her ever. Since
Right.
like she lost it at the dock.
Well, she doesn't remember losing it, though.
I guess that's
I
true.
guess.
Yeah.
Or she would have
So
gone to get it.
exactly. So
Anyway.
then she decides, let's not go out to eat. Let's just
Stay
eat
in.
and then they decide to have at it.
My hope is that she realizes that he is onto her because he has the bracelet.
Right.
And that's why she's like, let's
Let's
stay
stay in, and then I'll double cross you. Yeah, she's like a
No,
spider.
I-
She's
She doesn't
rooting
try
in.
to do anything.
No, I
No.
think she just.
She's
was
very
just
surprised.
Like, she's just
She
like.
tries to answer the phone and he says no.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, well.
But that's supposed to indicate like how into it he is.
Or she
No,
is.
yeah.
who's
She
talking?
answers
I
the
think,
phone.
I think he knows
She's
that
so
they
into
might
it.
try to
Hang on.
reach her. 'cause
Yeah,
he
what do you
left Sala
need?
alive.
Right.
Because it is
No,
Sala
just
trying
a
to
thing.
warn
Yeah, Sala
her.
trying to warn her because they
sure
know.
it's done soon.
Yeah.
Clearly the thing is that he looks like Gambit and she's into that.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
She's
What-
been reading X-Men, obviously.
or watching the show.
It is the
whatever.
90s.
What lady isn't at this point?
Exactly. So Sala is like, okay, we got ambushed. We better, an assassin was there. We better go check on Dominique.
Because she's really important.
She's very important here. So meanwhile, she's like having a good old time, but they're being safe, and the
we
comic
see.
wants you to know
There
that.
are 2 condoms. One of which is in use or has been used. The other one is in waiting.
Yes. So the phone rings. She's like, just a minute. And he says, no. And then she grabs the bedposts behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you assume, like, they're having a nice
It's
time,
an
right?
explicit sex scene with no nudity at all. It's
Right.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, like, bites his shoulder and
she's
claws.
that's right.
clawing
his-
it
yeah.
back.
Yeah, and then, like, she's not done. And he's
No.
over by the window, and he's like, but I am.
Yeah.
That's enough. 2 is my limit.
And I also know that, you killed Pierre, and, I'm not having any of that. And he, like, hits her in the face with his elbow.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wham! She's on the bed.
Oh, Sonny, hurry up, Sonny. I thought you knew I was Ninjak. Don't stick up on me.
Exactly.
What the hell's the matter with you? So, he basically is interrogating her and wants to know what her connection is to Dr. Silk and WebNet and other spider-based things. Meanwhile, we see that Sala and his guys are like
Coming up
through
stairs.
they're in the elevator,
Yeah,
so they gotta wait. They're
coming.
all in there like
Yeah.
ready to. Oh, I was just sitting there like
Oh.
with this music going.
Yeah.
Ding! Oh!
Because they do. They fly out of the elevator.
Yeah.
And then we hear like a scream from the room. They bust in and they see in silhouette Ninjak standing there. And they're like, kill him! And they just open fire. They don't do like the bad guy thing where they have a conversation or anything like that. They
Right.
just open fire.
Which is the right
But to
move.
be fair, because he like murdered those other guys
Exactly.
like, with
Yeah.
no problem whatsoever. So you don't give him a chance to talk.
Yeah. There's
There's no explaining.
And plus, like, they see the glint of a sword.
Yeah,
There is a
like,
sword.
it's all
Mistaking it,
going
yeah.
down. There's an explosion of gunfire out the window. Ninjak's body falls out, and and Sala's like, "Nice, we did it. Now we better find Dominique." Oh crap, that was her.
Yeah.
And now she's good and dead.
Ninjak beat her and then taped his sword to her hands.
Yep.
That
And
taped her
then
mouth shut.
tricked them into murdering her.
Yep.
Remember V for Vendetta?
Yeah. Oh.
And Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But, like,
It's deeply messed up.
and this bothers me on a profound level. Like, because he basically is like, I'm gonna kill this lady. Because he sets her up to die, which means he absolutely had no problem with her dying.
Yeah.
And since he has no problem with killing people, he's absolutely gonna kill her. And he's like, wait, let me make it funny and make them kill her by thinking it's me. But
Yeah.
he's like, before I do that, I should probably bang her. Like, it's just kind of like,
Well, he's like,
it's
maybe
really
while
sadistic.
I'm banging her, she'll like confess, and then I won't
Right,
kill her.
like Pussy Galore. Like, she changed sides just from, like, Bond's action.
Okay, to be
But he
fair,
doesn't try to convince her or anything.
No!
No, she was captured by
no.
Goldfinger.
Pussy
Fair
Galore was in a business relationship
Yes,
with
true.
Goldfinger,
That's
and
true.
so her best, like, she was only caring about money and like her business, basically.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Very
That
different.
was a
characters.
logical move for her
Switch.
to switch sides.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So like this is pretty much where the book's just like, yeah, but I'm not James Bond.
Right.
Right. I'm like more of a dick.
Yeah, I'm actually more dangerous and more psychotic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So then he like drops a rose on her face, which I guess nobody sees.
Nope.
No.
And like Sala's like, what are we gonna tell? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. And like he's
That was
got
Dr. Silk's favorite chick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then we see Colin King head home to his ridiculous house
Yes.
in London.
That is a mansion.
Which, by the way,
Yes.
you can
He's super
see
rich.
in real life if you watch Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe
there you
on
go.
comicbook.com.
And basically, he's just calling to Warren Montblanc, who is like the head of the Weaponeers or whatever,
Whatever that is.
Legionnaires.
or the
Knights
whoever's.
of Columbus.
And he's
By the way,
whatever.
is Ninjak one of the Weaponeers?
No.
He like works
I
with
think
them.
he's like a merc.
So he just let one of the Weaponeers, the people he works with, just die.
Well, that
sure.
guy was a double crosser.
Yeah, because he was selling the weapons. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be doing
He's supposed
that.
to be a.
So if the weaponeers are not selling the weapons, what the hell are they doing?
Well, they sell the weapons, but they don't sell them to like terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like took
I
one of the
guess.
because they said that the Stinger missile was missing, and he like stole it and was going to sell it.
And
to,
Sala
like, a
lies
personal
about
property.
it too. He's like, we won't tell them it went missing. We'll just
Yeah.
keep it. Like,
Yeah.
I like that it's just I sold you one Stinger missile.
I
Yeah.
know. That's all you need.
Yeah.
He's
He's
the-
a thief.
Yeah.
And he's selling to terrorists. He's not a good guy.
And terrorists don't
Just the
like
one
have
though. You can
multiple
use it
plans.
once and then that's it.
Well,
You can buy another. Well,
rounds. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he sold him a box of ammo too. They don't go into the detail about the details of his
look
weapons
at that in
deal.
the ancillary book, Weaponeers.
God damn it. Mont Blanc's really pissed off about everything that went down. He's just like, you suck. You don't like, he gives him some crap. He's like, you don't deserve to have the name your dad had. You suck.
Oh.
And like, and he's just like, then fire me. Well, who cares?
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
you.
Low blow.
By the way, I was really not paying attention when I was reading this, and I thought that was one of those like internal monologue bubbles.
Oh.
And so for a second, I thought it said "Nice, France," and I was like, "That's Nice.
Oh.
That's Nice.
We're
Nice,
establishing-
France.
Nice,
Nice.
France.
Nice.
Way to go.
Nice." I was
I don't
like,
think that guy
"Oh,
speaks for all of
that's-
France."
That's a location bubble, not a. Okay. Nice. France.
Nice, Tiffany.
Nice. Nice me.
Oh great, we're in France?
Nice. So then we bomb in on Dr. Silk, and we get kind of his backstory about how like he was born in the 40s, and like there was like, look, there was a big chemical of some sort of accident, and like now he's like this like messed up monster man.
Now he's gross.
He's
just
gross.
gross.
He's just gross, but he
real
likes
gross.
he likes to have hot ladies around.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
where this Dominique thing's going.
Yeah.
And he's called like a bunch of dudes who work for him for various countries, I guess, to come and meet with him. Among them are Sala and his friend Calder.
Yes.
And they're riding in this like crazy high-tech helicopter.
The windows.
The windows are pilot.
It's automated.
All these people are here to be made an offer by Webnet, which is the name of the company, it turns out. I was like, oh yeah, I
I
keep
guess
seeing
it's a
that.
company.
God damn it.
Yeah.
It's Webnet's offer.
Pretty sweet logo.
Yeah, it's something.
It's overdeveloped.
It is.
Why isn't the world the body?
Because they're
have
they're
two circles.
conquering it. Don't you see?
Yeah, they
They're
stand
spiders.
at the top.
They got their legs everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
That's weird.
Great name.
But the idea is like you can't negotiate with this this offer. It's a one-time thing. If
Yep.
you walk away, it's
We're gonna
freaking
Goldfinger you.
Goldfinger. Like it's just the gas in the room. So down like this like dark hallway, like this like shadowy silhouette shows up, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's Dr. Silk! I can't believe he's here." And Salah's like, "Uh-oh," because like
Sally?
immediately he gets called out for like being a double cross.
Oh, they show the footage.
Yeah.
Like, they've
Yeah.
got eyes and ears everywhere.
Yeah, they're like, check it out, you're screwed.
Look at the doc.
So
Yeah,
then-
because it turns out Dominique was double crossing Pierre.
Yeah.
Who was double crossing the Weaponeers,
Yep.
but also Sala was double crossing his boss too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Webnet?
yeah,
Webnet.
it was like,
Like-
it was like a triple cross.
Yeah.
Quadruple cross.
I don't know how many crosses there are.
I think we call that an Irish knot.
And he was working with Dominique to double cross.
Yes. What a mess.
right.
Yeah. It's a
It's really intricate.
What a tangled
Very-
web we weave.
Oh, indeed. Very
Yeah.
adult.
Right, but like, also he blames Dr. Silk blames him for Dominique's death,
right.
and like he's like, yeah, but like it wasn't me, and it's like, but it was.
You,
Yeah,
you
well.
literally shot her
It was,
though.
it was you.
And you called the
It's
order.
just-
I don't care if it was set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But no, he's trying to blame Ninjak.
Yeah, so like they like strap him to his chair, and like Dr. Silk's like he's got like this weird thing where sometimes he can talk totally normally, and sometimes he's missing words.
Or he like takes
Yeah.
forever to come up with them.
I don't.
It's like he's got a
know.
bad breathing
Look, I'm
problem.
old and gross. I'm not going to use every
Yeah.
word that like you use.
please, I don't
I'm
have
just gonna
enough
skip
time.
some
Yeah,
sometime.
when we do see Dr. Silk though, he's like in this big ridiculous like chair
Yeah.
with like he's like wrapped in like a cocoon of sheets,
Yeah.
and like his hair is crazy. Part of his mouth's real messed up. One eye is like bugging out. Like
Yeah.
he's a hot mess.
He
But
hasn't even like tried to make himself look normal.
No. Maybe this is as presentable as he gets. This is him.
bad.
This is him at his best.
He's bedridden most of the time. This
guess.
is him dressed up.
He has
Yeah.
him out of the town.
They put on his fancy sheet. So basically they're gonna kill Sala, and their way to do that is to like put him in a tube.
Yeah, the tube goes
A
down over him or
tube
something.
lowers, and then it fills with deadliest black widow spiders.
Yep.
Yep, that's pretty gruesome.
But first
Yeah.
they spray him with this like plant toxin,
That
so that it
attracts
like
them.
well,
Attracts
it,
the
it
spiders.
stimulates them. And then they like set it on fire. It literally looks like the tube just sets on fire for like.
You can't trust these spiders after they kill a guy.
Oh, I thought that was all the venom. Just
Oh,
combusting him.
I really like that. My
hell
thought that they
knows?
were just like.
And then we'll set you on fire.
And then if you're not dead.
What about the spiders? Fuck them.
yeah,
I
the
got
spiders.
I got like a million spiders. I'm Dr. Silk.
That was like 8 spiders. We're fine.
Yeah, that was like there was like a 0.5% of my
Yeah,
spider
trust me,
population.
we're good. I'll be dead before those spiders do.
Exactly. So meanwhile, back in France, Mont Blanc is like, oh crap, because he sees on the news that there's this weird like occurrence happening around the world where like these guys in white suits are turning up dead, and it's like 100 or so of them. Like it's a ridiculous amount of people in white suits who are dying. They're like, that's weird.
That's a lot of
says
people.
the news.
Yeah. Huh.
Fair
And
enough.
the white suits seem to be made out of spider silk. It's very
Exactly,
weird.
right?
Oh.
And then like Mont Blanc's like, I can't be, and like some guy comes in and like he has a dagger in his back and there's like this weird black stuff coming out of it, and he's just like, no, King was right.
Jean-Luc!
I gotta get out of here. So he immediately goes into an elevator, which is like, you're in an emergency, man. You don't go in the
Oh, you
elevator.
take the stairs.
What are you
Whoa,
doing?
that's in a fire. This is just a regular emergency.
I'm
The
saying in
elevator is
any
fine.
emergency. No, you don't use the elevator because when the door
You
is
never
open,
know.
he gets riddled
Ta-da!
with bullets.
Yeah.
Or at least a bullet. A really big bullet.
Which is exactly
But don't
what
worry, he's
riddled by.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not dead yet anyway.
Yeah.
He can drive.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just concentrating real hard.
Yeah.
He's flexing all his muscles.
It missed every organ. It missed all the organs.
Come
It
on,
just
Blanc.
went right through.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And then we
very
see
lucky.
again, because Ninjak's in the scenes, we got a little more Art Nouveau happening, and Ninjak starts kicking ass and taking names. Mont Blanc wheels this car around, he crawls into it, and he's just like, King, get in, and he drives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's already at the
drives.
wheel. Yeah.
You can tell who's
It'll
driving.
take another
It's not
couple
very
seconds to
ninja-like.
switch spots. There's no time.
Yeah, ninjas don't drive.
They just don't drive. They ride.
They just run with their arms behind them.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a guy who has a shot on them, and, like, this other dude's like, don't.
Yeah.
We don't need it. It's cool. We got this.
We're
and,
not
like,
going to attack?
Then there's a series of a few things that occur that I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's how I felt as well.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he goes for his sword or the door. I don't know. All I know is Ninjak realizes that they can't get out of the car.
Yeah. Something's wrong.
Something is
His ninja
wrong.
sense went off.
Yeah, and then, like, he tries to, like, bust the window out, and, like, Mont Blanc's like, it's bulletproof, you dumbass.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't just punch a bullet.
How do you
through
think
a
we
window.
didn't get shot? What is the matter with you?
But it's not ninja proof. Hit. Okay, maybe.
Oh, no, it's also ninja proof.
Oh.
I think everything
Do you have a
is
shuriken? Would you like to throw a shuriken at it?
Oh, I do. Hang on. It's my little discs. They're not really shuriken-like, but they're
Yeah.
still
They
discs.
They do
not
flip
sure what
light
they are.
switches, though.
Well, they kill that one guy.
Yeah, it's true.
Were you ragging me, sir?
Oh, yeah, shurikens are less destructive than bullets. Yeah, that's not going to work
Yeah,
either.
no, so,
Damn
okay.
it.
I'm
No,
glad
we're going to die.
I'm glad I'm going to die with a moron. I'm glad.
Oh, and we're gonna drown to death.
That's even
Inside a
better.
car.
I get to look at you while it's happening. Oh, you're idiot. It's pouring out of you.
I hate you.
So, like, automatically Ninjak also knows that the car's like wired to, I guess.
Explode.
No, it's wired to release this black water because you see those two things they were talking about with the
Yeah,
nanites and all that
H
stuff.
and the O2.
yeah.
Yeah, and like the car starts filling with black goo, and Ninjak immediately he's just like, they've got us.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I tried one thing.
What a heroic
it
character.
didn't work.
Well, he murders a woman and then he's like, well, I guess I've lost.
Well, I suck. Well, no, I can't. Ninjak's not getting out of this one.
Electra #1 is the first ongoing series for Electra. It came out in '96. It's written by Peter Milligan with art by Mike Deodato Jr. They get to do that device we like in comics on this show, where they break a window and they put the credits on the shards of glass, but the credits glass looks nothing like the drawn
It's
glass.
like pieces of paper.
Yeah,
It's like geometric shapes.
yeah. It's just
Just like
rhombuses.
trapezoids. Yeah.
What the hell's a rhombus?
That's the kind of rectangle a bitch would draw. So Electra smashes through a window, and Peter Milligan just fills the whole page with beautiful prose describing how complicated and beautiful and awesome she is. Deodato Jr. used to draw The Incredible Hulk, and later on he'll draw like major tentpole books like Original Sin and Infinity Wars and stuff. But for now, he's drawing Electra and having a damn good time doing it, because Electra looks overly developed, but still pretty dope as far as I'm concerned. She also has incalculably large hair, which is a style at the time. Everyone who needs something that's like a cape, it needs to be exaggerated and larger. Spawn, Batman, Electra's hair.
She looks like she came out of Sailor Moon.
Straight
That's
up.
the kind of hair she has.
Oh yeah, easily. So
Where it reaches the ground.
Yeah, where it's like, no. If you've ever walked with me anywhere with the length of hair I have, when it's windy out slightly, it's a disaster.
it does not go up in a dramatic fashion. It goes
this
into your
way,
face.
and then gets caught in my lip gloss. And I'm just like, there's nothing attractive about this.
So Electra bursts through this room, and you're like, why is she doing this? And it's really kind of unclear, but she encounters some ninjas, the theme of the show.
Oh.
And she fights them, and she swears she's going to kill them, but doesn't really. And while
She metaphorically kills them.
Right.
I mean, she's about
She
to.
lets them know that she would have killed them,
Yes.
so that
we know what a badass she
Well,
is.
no, so then she can tell them like, "You're dead. Now you can start over."
Which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
There's this, because so she describes to one of these ninjas, she's like, you have died. You are dead now. So now see what you can do with with this new life that I've let you have.
Yeah, I brought you back.
Like this version of you
which
that
I guess
led
is a
you
reference
here.
to her like coming back from the dead
course,
and getting
yeah.
a second chance.
So she bumps into this dude who immediately you know is going to be a regular cast member. Why? Because he identifies himself by first name and then last name.
Yeah.
And he just wants her for her body.
Oh, totally, but not the
Well,
body
and what
you
she
think.
can do with it,
Because he is a modern dance instructor, and she has burst into his studio,
Yeah.
and he was being roughed up by ninjas.
For no reason.
And
Well, because it's a modern dance
Well,
studio.
he's rich.
Because he's
He must be
ruthless, that's
breaking
true.
it.
He
He
hints
is-
that
he
he
is
is
rich.
rich.
Or at least like he says he's not, but then he's like, I mean, like not in the way that I am rich, yes. But
It's not liquid acid.
But he is, but he's taken by her beauty and her grace in her dispatching of the ninjas. I expected him to be like, bravo! Bravo! When she's done, and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, it was a magic show. You're beautiful. But he does basically say, like, I need you in my act. We'll build a whole routine around your dancing. And she's like, what I do is not dancing. I do not dance. I kick ass. I murder people.
She's so absurdly sublime.
Absurdly sublime.
That is absurd.
Something's absurd.
Yeah.
It's you.
So
Madam.
So she leaves.
Saying,
So he's like, you should
suck."
totally join my dance troupe. I promise it'll be awesome. And she's like, that's really stupid. We're doing an Electra book. No way are you gonna do an entire series of Electra hinged on modern dance.
Oh, you are?
Spoilers! That's exactly what they
Well,
do.
strap in.
Well, how else is she going to earn money?
Yeah.
Which, like, has never been an issue.
Except for being a hired assassin.
Haven't you ever seen Flashdance?
No.
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 I haven't.
We go over Electra's origin, and they take the time to painstakingly recreate key scenes from her stories that people like. Better stories than this one. And then we take a full page, more or less, to show you the iconic moment when Bullseye impales Elektra on her own sai. This is an iconic sequence not just because it's her death, but it's also because of the graphic imagery while also not making it too graphic. Because Miller drew it in such a way that like the sai goes through her and you see the point of the sai like
Tinting.
the back of her outfit. They omit that moment in the new drawing
Well, this is just before that moment.
twice.
They
Yeah,
just-
he's getting it in.
He's
This
just-
is,
Yeah,
he's
it
playing
hasn't gone
just
all
the
the way
tip right
through.
now.
Yeah. But they depict it twice, and in both instances, they don't show the iconic like tip.
Right.
And I'm like, screw you. Anyway,
It's an homage, and you wrecked it.
how?
Like, how?
You missed the
Just
key
look at it.
thing. It would be like if you wanted to remind the audience how Bane broke Batman's back on one knee, and you had him do it without using his knee. So Elektra
That's
bumps
actually
in-
more badass if he just like bends him. in
I know,
half.
but like it would look weird and awkward and stupid like this does.
He just goes, ugh.
Yeah, like he does it over his stomach. Stupid. So Elektra
He's like an otter.
Elektra bumps into Stick. Stick says some unencouraging things. Then she
I
goes
thought
to
he was
her-
a goddamn chimney sweep for a second. Like she's running across rooftops, and I see this guy in gray with
He
a
is,
hat.
he is clearly dressed like a utility cleaner. Like he's just he's dressed in he's incognitus.
You thought it was Bert?
Yeah, well, not Bert himself, a generic chimney sweep.
Oh.
So Elektra, when she lets those ninjas survive, she gives them an address to a place they can redeem themselves. We go to that address because that's where she's basically holed up. And we meet like some fun new characters that she is like, that are gonna make up her supporting cast.
Yeah.
These guys run the dojo that she occasionally stays in, and we meet those former ninjas.
Because
there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they're good, and they're like, she says they're gonna have to do like debasing, emasculating work in order to earn their keep.
And they go.
And then they go, and then the dojo master describes the work they're gonna have to do, and 2 out of 3 of them are like, screw this, we'll just sell crack.
I'm gonna sell some rocks and get some girls, and it's gonna be way better.
It's gonna be awesome.
And lots
of other cool stuff.
Like you named 2 things and then you ran out of cool things to talk
because
about.
by the
Just
time
to show they're stupid, like they don't know what they're doing.
And one of them is like, it's not so bad. They're like, you're lame. You're lame for not wanting to get like high and laid with us.
And other cool stuff.
And other cool stuff. So
that could be anything. You
don't
don't even
even
know.
Yeah.
And you're rejecting it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So Rat stays behind.
Yeah.
And so Rat joins the team. Elektra shows up and she like reintroduces herself to the kids that were not in the scene
And all the
before.
boys are like,
hi.
I
think it's really cute and endearing.
there's
but
like
she's also
one girl back there who's
Yeah,
just
she's like, I don't care.
hi, could you
put on some pants.
Yeah.
Because Elektra is straight up dressed like Elektra.
You are a bad role model for me.
Yeah.
or great, I don't know,
It's
like
unclear.
So the dojo guys are like, we don't have any money. We're missing rent, and they're clearly hitting her up for cash because she is rich. She has like trust funds, and she mentally mentions to the audience that the trust fund is stretched too thin and she can't afford to pay their rent. So she's like, crap, I gotta go make some money. So then she goes back to the dance guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, here I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this now.
I'll sell
I'm
my
going
body
to
for money."
become a dancer. At least she's a dancer. So he's like, let's see. So she, first we see him like abuse one of his other dancers.
Yeah.
Because she's just inferior compared to Elektra.
After he keeps appraising her by going, yes, 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 yes.
No!
You're garbage.
You're trash! You did it wrong. Elektra is awesome, and he's like, that's amazing. We also set up some fun like tension because like this is his star pupil that he's debasing. And then Elektra shows up and shows her up immediately. And now we're like, he's like, isn't she amazing? Bravo! Even though it should be brava. And she's like, yeah, she's great. Meh. And you're like, oh no, there's gonna be some hijinks, some catfighting maybe going on. And so she's like, you're gonna have to pay me. You're gonna pay me a lot. Catfight. So she's like, you're gonna have to pay me a lot. And he's like, yeah, I will, totally. I paid you yesterday if I could. And so she leaves. She's
I
like,
love these negotiations. I need a lot.
He's
okay,
like,
well, a lot it is. Like, what? How much? How much is that?
how much is a lot? Proportionately to
a
you.
lot to you and me may be different.
Like, I have money, you need it. So I assume your a lot is a lot less than mine.
Well, let's see. My modern dance studio in probably the lower part of New York. A lot. I don't know. $100 a month.
Right. So
okay, well, that's not going to do it.
no, that's not going to do it for me.
Oh.
So her ride shows up, and her ride is frickin' Wolverine on a motorcycle.
Yep.
Okay, it's not Wolverine on a motorcycle. It's Wolverine on a gigantic chrome monstrosity.
yeah, it's a sparkly
Yeah, it's
motorcycle.
just a bunch of cool machines on wheels.
Yeah.
That someone calls a motorcycle.
It's powered by his awesomeness.
Well, then it must go really fast.
It's also powered by the grease of his hair.
I was just
It's
gonna say, his
shiny.
hair
His hair
gel.
naturally does that. So we established that in an earlier story, not Elektra number 0, but some other story, Elektra and Wolverine are teaming up.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're banging. I don't know. I don't care either.
Well, he likes the fact that she has size, which are kind of like 3-pronged claws, and
Right.
he's, you know.
She helped him
Steaming.
redeem himself.
In
Yes.
some way.
But at the same time, she kind of got help from him too.
You know
Yeah.
what it was?
They helped each other.
They helped each other.
She started hanging around with him, and Jean's like, Logan, what are you doing? And he's like, this is working. It's making her jealous.
Yeah.
All right, Elektra.
All right,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah. All right,
So-
not Psylocke.
Right. Oh.
Oh.
So she tells Wolverine about her impending dance career, and he's like, that's stupid. That's a really stupid thing to do. And she's like, you're stupid. And then they're like, all right, same time next week. So then he drops her off at her like weird apartment where she just sits in her Elektra costume and sulks.
No,
and
she meditates.
I know. But like it's also her like frowning and complaining about the things that just
metasulks.
happened. So
Yeah.
then she
Apparently
goes.
this is all she
Sulcatates?
wears.
Yeah. So she goes back to the dojo where like Rat was. I don't know if he's killed. I think he died.
No, he's still alive.
That's
he,
right.
he might just live.
He might just
might
live.
just
Thank
live.
you. But everyone in there is not dead, but they are beaten up really badly. Her
And
two
hung
friends
upside
are hung
down.
upside down, like the Predator was
Like
there.
they would be dead, but
Yeah.
they're not.
Which,
They're
by the
not-
way, that's kind of a cool pitch.
Yeah. Predator vs. Elektra?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
I'm
cool.
in.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Get on that, Marvel, now that Disney owns Fox. So Bullseye was there because he used some of their blood to draw a bullseye on the wall, and she's like, man, I can't believe Bullseye was in here. And me too, for that matter, because I was like, wow, we're really going to go Bullseye?
Yeah.
In this like
Well, he
crappy
killed her.
series about a bunch of nonsense?
Yeah.
Well, they're
So-
like, what if we don't get a chance to do another arc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We want to do
She's
the
gotta
Bullseye
face
arc.
her killer.
right. So they're like, you shouldn't go face Bullseye. He killed you. And she's like, gotta go. And she's totally like awesome and a badass, but her internal monologue reveals that like she's pretending and she's really scared.
Yeah.
So we relive her getting killed by Bullseye yet again. Again, like I said, they left out the iconic imagery. And then Bullseye shows up.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill some
And-
passerby.
She goes to the spot where she was killed.
Right.
Yeah, he
And-
looks like a
And
lunatic.
Bullseye is more roided out and badass than ever before.
And
Yeah.
drooling.
We 1996 the hell
You
out of
understand?
Bullseye.
He is so happy that she's back.
But he's
savoring the
salivating.
moment. He's just like, I'm gonna kill you again, drool.
Ben, I think this is your
Because
Favorite
Ben rhymes
issue.
with Zen.
Shit.
so young Ben, the Intergalactic Ninja, is gonna read.
I guess
this.
also kind of, not really. It doesn't really rhyme with Ethan.
No.
So this is Young Zen, Intergalactic Ninja, written by Bill Mouse, art by Bill Mouse,
Yep.
Yep.
inked by Scooter Tidwell,
There you go.
and no colors because it's black and white.
But it is the best-selling black and white comic book of 1993.
That's what the cover says.
Yeah.
So I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well.
Do we know anything about Young Zen?
Okay.
I have never heard
Have
of
you
this
never heard
character
of? Has
before.
anybody here heard of Zen before I told you anything about Zen?
Yeah, it's a state of calm that when you meditate, you try and reach it.
All right. Good. Good. Yeah.
It's the shortened version of Zenyatta, the healer from Overwatch.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
He's an Omnic, you see.
When
I
I
don't know what that means.
when I was a young comic book reader, when I was a boy,
Oh no.
and I was reading comics in the 90s, I heard of a character named Zen. Zen, as far as I knew, was a ripoff of things that were cool in the 80s. So he looks like a Ninja Turtle and Spawn, and he's a ninja, and he has magic powers. Like, I think there's a lot going on with Zen. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
The only thing I knew about
just said
Zen
it, yeah.
before this was this issue that I bought, the fact that he was an adult when it started, like the series, and that there were not one but two Nintendo video games starring Zen.
Oh.
A Nintendo NES
Really?
game and a Game Boy game. They both came out at the same year. There was never any follow-up. And there was a small action figure line about Zen. That's all I knew.
Okay.
And this issue.
Nintendo.
So,
Well, all right, here we go.
Here we go.
But like I think, like many other people, we're all starting at zero with Zen.
Yeah.
So we start off the book, and then we end the book, and it's over.
A little bit happens in between.
A little bit. I
Why
don't think we need to go into it, though.
Why don't you just enlighten
Yeah.
us?
Zen is fishing off the coast of an island.
Yeah.
It took me about 3 or 4 pages to realize he didn't have a mouth, and that all the speech bubbles were thoughts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that apparently he communicates telepathically.
Yeah.
So is everybody like Zen there, or just Zen?
Zen is a refugee from another planet.
Yeah,
He just it's just a coincidence.
He
that
crash landed on
Zen is
Ulm. Well, his name wasn't Zen when he got until he got there.
and he's training with the masters, and he speaks like he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun and relatable.
Yeah. He's an alien who happens to sound kind of like someone
Us.
from Brooklyn in your head.
Thank God you said that, because I was going to say he kind of sounds like an asshole.
Maybe it's what we hear him as.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all. Our brain can't like comprehend his alien like thoughts, so it
Yeah.
like uses like
Converts
a
it
convenient
into our
Yeah.
I'll take
shorthand.
our
accent.
vernacular. Yeah.
So he has to get inside the building because, like, that's apparently a test.
Yeah. It's
It's
always
like
a test.
actually getting to class is a test.
I guess he's never been inside before.
No, he has
No,
been
he
inside.
has been. Like,
They
everything's
always
a
fortify
test.
the new.
There's-
Like they always
So he already
close it.
knows how to get inside because he's
tries-
done it every time.
There's always a different way to get in.
Oh, I see.
So there was a window open this time, or a skylight, he says. So he finds his way in, and his master is just this cloaked figure who looks like a dungeon master in some sort of D&D game. So he's like, well, it's time to give you your task. Your next challenge will be much more difficult, and failure could mean death.
It could.
Oh,
And
Usually.
high stakes.
it's called the Fate of the Winds.
Oh,
I expected a fart joke.
But you didn't get one.
I didn't.
So it's a higher brow book than you expected.
He goes to sleep and he wakes up and he's just
Yeah.
like, it's dark.
Yeah.
Oh, the test is happening.
Yeah, and
it's already
And he
happening.
realizes that he's like moving.
Yeah. Very
And then
disorienting.
the hot air
Yes.
balloon capsule that he's in crash lands into the ground.
Yeah.
And then it opens up, and now there are more people, and they look like they're different versions of the Battletoads.
Yep.
Well, here's what's funny. I thought there were only like 2 other guys.
Right, but
Oh,
nope,
but
there's another one.
There's a
But
third
you can't
one.
really tell.
But I
they
thought
all
that was
look-
the same
They all
face.
look very similar.
Or that was the same
They all
Yeah, I
have
thought these 2
huge
were the
brow
same,
ridges.
and I didn't notice the ponytail in the other one. And then
Yeah.
when we pan out later on, I was like, oh,
like,
yeah,
oh,
of course,
there are
there's
3.
4 Ninja Turtles. Got it.
Yeah.
They're very
Ninja Turtles.
visually confusing.
So they're like, aha, this was the test, and Zen is like, I don't think that was the test.
Yeah, surviving.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, we got out of
Wait,
the
nothing
capsule.
happened. Yeah, we made it. We made it
Woo!
out.
Ooh, another job well done.
All right, another test solved. I got like 30 million tests under my belt.
Yeah, come
I
on.
breathed in and I out. That was a test.
I survived dinner.
Yep, I lived another 5 seconds. That was a test.
Oh,
right.
woo.
Yep, there's another 5.
Anyway, they go on and they try and find out what the test is, and all these guys apparently have never met each other because Zen
guess.
doesn't know who they are.
No.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
little
that
weird.
was kind of confusing.
But they don't think it's unusual.
But they're also like they're all students of the master.
yeah.
But they also
Like,
don't
where do they
work
live?
together.
What?
Well, maybe they've been training individually, and
Yeah,
this is
I
meant
guess.
to like be like a stress test in
Right,
a
he's
sense,
like-
where it's like,
You're finally ready to work together. I need to push you into a.
yeah, and instead of like
Team
doing
building.
a standard like, hey, let's have like everybody, let's sit in a circle, and everybody, well, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Yeah. What's your favorite animal?
Yeah, like
Instead, he like strands them someplace else in the country via hot air balloon.
it's make or break.
yeah.
You know why I don't believe that? Because the signal to call Zen was smoke. So why wouldn't they all be called every time?
Maybe they're all
because
inside.
that was specifically colored smoke for Zen.
He didn't say, oh, it's blue smoke, that's me. He just said, there's
Well,
smoke.
maybe there's multiple towers.
Oh, like that's the tower near Zen, and
Yeah.
there's
I
another
would
tower
assume
near
that
each of these
they were just
guys.
already in the building and Zen was not. They're like, okay, the plan is make it home because that's what the master says. It's like your task is to make it home alive.
It
They're
seems
like,
like
okay, let's go.
I kind of got the impression they knew each other, but they didn't know Zen. Like
Yeah.
Zen's the new kid on the block.
Right.
I mean, they
yeah,
certainly
they all
act that way.
they
So
all
either
act
they
like they
just
know each other.
immediately like, okay, we're all going to gang up this guy, or that's a pre-existing
Yeah.
Yeah.
state
No,
of
I think they
affairs.
all know each other.
Except Zen.
Right.
Because he's like, he's
The
not
outsider.
from around here.
He has no mouth.
And he doesn't know their names because they introduced themselves later.
Yes.
You don't have any brow ridges.
Yeah.
Where are your edges?
You're gross.
Hey,
Well, you
you're not-
do, but they're not that big.
You're not as roided out as we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must not have been here long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a great weight system in the basement.
Exactly.
There's a basement.
That's where we live.
See? He's such a noob. So, on this planet, there's a valley, and there's a small village in that valley a little further away, where all of these half-naked people are living peacefully. And there's
Yeah.
also a monster.
And then there's a monster
there's
who
also
looks
a
like
monster.
Who looks like
all
them?
of them.
Looks like all of them put together.
But he's big and he has wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
He's
you
even
look hard
bigger.
and be like, okay, I could see the visual cues, so I know that this is a different thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because honestly, I didn't even notice his wings. I thought that was the background.
Oh, yeah, no, he
No,
flies.
he's fine.
Is he flying?
Yeah, he's landing. He's like,
Oh, I see.
he's like a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to kill them. And
Yeah.
one of them screams, and Zen hears it and is like, whoa, someone needs our help.
Sure.
And everyone else is like, who cares? That's not our mission. We have to accomplish this test.
Right.
Right.
Let's just complete the test. You don't even know what the test is.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
So
got-
immediately,
I'm pretty sure it's getting back and
This is the
ignoring
test.
everyone who needs help.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the test
usually how
has
tests
nothing
go.
to do with saving
Clearly,
people.
Zen watched Who Wants to Be a Superhero.
Yeah. He knew that was the secret hidden meaning of the test.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Help this little girl.
I don't think the Zen is doing it for that reason. I think he's just a good
Yeah,
guy.
no, he
Yeah.
doesn't say that. So, yeah.
So here we see all of them together. One's really big.
Now you know one of them's a Naga or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, one
Wow,
has
you nailed
tail
it.
legs. One is a Battletoad, and then there's Zen.
And that big guy. Oh, yeah.
So Zen rushes off, and one of them is Battletoad is like, "No, wait!" and everyone else is like, "Let him go. It's
Whatever.
fine."
We don't even know him.
Yeah. And he's smaller than us, so like, screw him.
And then the Naga is all like, "All that cares is we get back to the Masters. I'm not gonna save some blue-skinned whelp." And Battletoad is really sad
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, so Battletoad, he's like almost okay.
because he's
almost
kind of
okay.
Zen's height.
Yeah.
That's what they
He
have
is
in
the
common.
smaller of them, yeah.
So this monster is just wrecking these people. And he's
manhandling them like dolls.
he's
Yeah.
got max hooks.
He does have
Yeah,
max
he
yeah,
does.
The
And
little
some of the
spikes.
art in here like kind of reminds me of the Max a little bit.
A little bit,
It's
yeah.
interesting.
Over
Like
exaggerated.
that fish creature at the beginning. That,
Yeah.
And he hits the monster in the head, and he's like, "Cool. Crap, that's all I had."
Yeah.
Well, you're like a ninja or something, right?
He's
like,
training to be a ninja.
Yeah.
No, this is his level of ninja at the moment. You
Yeah,
throw
I
a
could
rock.
throw
Throw a rock at him.
Oh,
I
no.
did
And then
hit
run
him.
away.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is his plan. He runs, and he's trying to outrun the monster, and then he gets stuck in a dead end. And then we cut. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's not bad. There's a little bit of tension.
Yeah.
We go back to the master, and the master is just hanging out inside, standing, just doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Like, yeah, just waiting,
This is what I do.
waiting for him to come back.
Thank God I'm the master.
And I'm gonna look awesome doing it the whole time.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere, this giant clasp wraps around him.
Yeah.
And
What?
someone's like, "Oh, don't bother trying to escape. Those bands were mystically formed especially for you."
Oh, well, I guess I won't even try then.
I might try.
It's a sexy lady. So apparently she was also a trainee a long time ago, which is weird because she's not roided out or a giant monster.
She looks like a human.
She
and
looks
none of the other
human.
ones do.
I think the idea is that the master takes in like refugees from all types. Like she
Yeah.
looks more like a villager. Like
Yeah,
the idea is
she's one
that
of the
they're all
villagers,
from
yeah.
different places, and
Yeah.
he's like, "You come here, like everyone's welcome,
she was the
and I'll teach
humanish
all of
one.
you how to become Zen masters."
But if you don't get ripped, I'm kicking you out.
I
which
don't
is
think
why
that's how it works.
you left me trapped over 12 years ago.
I think it's more like she probably got screwed over by one of his dumb tests, like the roided.
Well, she
Yeah.
probably missed the point.
Yeah, she missed the
Yeah,
point.
she missed the point.
She was
Should've
like,
made it bad
"You're
with
not
her.
meant to have my knowledge. Sorry.
Exactly.
You suck."
Which you're proving right now by
Yeah.
the way you're acting.
So, her name is Tiberia.
Thank you.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Jeez.
And she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
and now
no.
she's the master, she
again.
says.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tell a friend. So we cut back to Zen. The monster is just hanging out in front of him.
It's gonna get.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
just
it's about to get
threatening
him.
It's like
and
2
being-
seconds after the last page turn.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Yeah. we
Except
just-
he's talking to it the whole time.
yeah, well, he came up to him and then
Yeah,
just like
well-
stopped and he's like, hey,
I'm gonna wreck you
I'm
now.
gonna kill you. I'm gonna do it. You're small. I can tear you apart. Yeah.
I didn't say anything because I don't think it's like that
No.
smart, but yeah.
That's what's going through his head, I guess, because he
Probably.
stops.
He does
So-
stop.
The big guy reaches his hand down, grabs Zen, and then right as the monster swings at him, Zen gets picked up out of the way, and it's confused. And hey, the team is back, and like you mess with one of us, you're gonna mess with all
You
of
mess
us.
with
Yeah.
all of us.
And this is where we get their names. The big guy is Hammer. The toad is Spot Claw, and then this guy is Tailblade, the Naga.
Yeah.
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 Because his tail's a blade, you see.
Yep. So they all stand off against the monster, and they're starting to kick its butt. And Zen ducks behind it, and then Hammer pushes him over him, and they trip it off the cliff. They all have a nice heartwarming moment where, like, now they're bonded a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah,
like, thanks
they
for
come
showing
back
up,
for
guys.
no reason.
You saved me.
And now they're friends for no reason.
Clearly, there was a scene that
discussion.
happened.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Which would have been boring.
Which, like, Spotclaw was like, "Come on, guys, we're all little." at
Yeah,
one
but like,
point."
come on though.
Yeah, remember when we didn't work out all the time?
And we had like other interests, I guess.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
interested in doing like other things besides working out.
And Hammer's like, nope.
Nope, I
don't
don't
remember that.
Come on, you do, Hammer. Come on.
You weren't born 800 pounds.
You feel for this blue guy a little bit.
You
A
remember when
little
you-
bit.
And I go, oh, all right, let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go.
See, that's
Ah.
the scene that you imagine is better than the scene that Bill Mouse is capable of giving you.
Tiberia has the master chained up. We don't see it, but she's mocking him.
Trust him.
Yeah.
Trust him. It's there, and it's cool looking.
And she's
he's
saying that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's it.
I already said it.
I already did twice.
She's saying that, like, even if they get back, I'm going to be the new master, and they'll join me or die. And then
Yeah.
she has, like,
And she's got these lizards.
monster gators behind
Has
her.
lots of ninjutsu.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Zen.
She looks ridiculous.
Yeah, she-
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And that's Zen. That
Yeah.
was
That's
That's
all
part
that
one of
happened.
3.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you meet Zen. He goes on a mission. He meets other people. He saves a village, kind of. They all save it together.
Yeah.
And the master gets trapped. The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess like
How
the
come you didn't start
compelling-
with that?
Yeah, where was that?
Yeah.
Well, that's the
I
wrap
would have
up.
saved you 20 minutes. Now comes the part of the show where we have to determine which one's the good, which one's the bad, and which one's the ugly. We use these terms because there's only 3 books and there's 3 terms. Just because one becomes the ugly or the bad, well, the
Or the
ugly,
good.
The ugly is deserved. Just because one is the bad doesn't mean it is bad.
Yeah,
just
it's only in relation to the other books that are in this particular episode.
So don't
It's
get
not like a
upset, Electra fans.
Now.
Let's get into it. Which one's the good? We got to nominate the good. Which one's the best issue out of this?
I gotta say, this is one of the hardest episodes we've ever done.
It really is.
It's tough.
Which one have you had? Which one gave you? You know what? Let's go. Let's do the KonMari method. Which issue gave you the most joy?
Which one sparked joy?
Which one gave me the most joy?
No, which one sparked joy? You had a feeling.
I don't know what
it's
that means.
to spark joy. You know,
You see it. You hold it. You go yes.
None of them?
I'm gonna say Electra.
Wow.
Really?
Electra?
Yeah.
Yeah, Electra felt like the most like an actual comic.
Yeah.
Well, it was the
I
most of
felt
an
like I
actual
was
comic
reading
book.
a comic book
Yes.
when I read Electra. And like I felt for her a little bit. Like the struggle with like trying to like
Live after death.
right and figure out like how to like redeem herself from the bad that she'd done.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I care a little bit about like what this character is going through.
I guess Ninjak?
What do you think, Sam?
I mean, like, I felt like Ninjak was trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ninjak was like, this is an adult book for adults.
Yeah.
And even though we know adults don't buy comics, like, you're gonna feel like an adult by reading Ninjak. Like, I don't know. It felt like it was trying too hard. The best thing about it's the cover.
Yeah.
Unequivocally,
Yeah.
it's the best thing.
No,
Yeah.
I figure the best thing is how terrible Ninjak is as a person.
Ninjak sucks.
I mean,
as a
he's
person. But like, he's a
hilariously a
real.
dick.
Ninjak's a real character. Like, I buy that character.
Well, because
Yeah.
he's
I
like,
just-
I don't care about anybody else's life.
Right.
I care about my own.
But he seems to care about
taking
Mont
care of
Blanc
the
at
mission.
least. The point is, the cover is dope, but it's not. But unlike what they think in Hero Illustrated, it's not enough.
No.
For me, the thing I liked the most is Young Zen.
So did I.
I had a blast reading Young Zen when I was a kid. I enjoy reading it now. I read it every once in a while because it's just such a rock simple story with a with a very, very unsubtle message. It's about working as a team and conquering adversity. Like let's do this one thing. It's a very simple universe. It's easy to get into. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to know. Like I said, you didn't read any Zen ever before. You never have to. You read this, you're like, I think I got it. So Zen is a very complicated physiology, but he's a very uncomplicated character. He doesn't give a shit about like all the nonsense he came from. In fact, later on in Zen's history, he will go to his planet of origin and find out that he's like a test tube creation. And he's like, that probably makes sense. Like he has no like
That of
angst
amount,
about
makes
it.
sense.
He's like, I'm lucky I got the
None
mental
of that
powers.
happens in this book, though.
No, but this is just about like, hey, would you like to meet this like cute kid from the Bronx who meets some roided out guys with hearts of gold? They seem pretty bad. Like it's stupid. They seem pretty bad, but then when the chips are down, like they all work together and they're pals.
If I was gonna recommend a book to like an 8-year-old, absolutely Young Zen.
Oh yeah, no, but I would recommend this to anybody who feels like who's feeling down. If you're like, hey, you're having a rough time, read this. You just shut this off. Because it's not even like a Michael Bay movie where it's like, I don't understand what's happening. Like you get everything that's happening. There's no subtext. It's the shallowest book
Very
I've ever
straightforward.
had.
I feel bad for this because they're all studying under a master who got trapped so easily.
Oh, I think the Master's a dope. Like I think the Master is.
And we haven't really gotten a chance to see what he does.
That's true, but like
Because
if
he got snuck up on.
right,
It wasn't
like
really fair.
I think the Master is like an idiot who sucks, and like, but like that's just me ascribing value to something.
You're filling in the blanks.
I don't even know. There's 3 issues. I have one of them. I've had one of them for 20 years.
It's an adorable, endearing story.
It is.
I
agree with that.
I
I've read it 1,000 times.
don't like Ninjak at all. I didn't like this book even remotely, regardless of Ben's like, there's more in it. Just because there's more doesn't
There
make
is
it
more.
better. Like there's more content, sure. But like I don't like Ninjak as a character, as it turns out, at least the way they're portraying him in this, because I think
Nope.
it's either it's a fundamental misunderstanding of what they're trying to do and what they're
It is
actually
not.
doing. That's just
No, I've read more Ninjak.
okay.
no, he sucks.
He's just a dick.
Yeah,
He's a dick,
I'm
yeah.
not a fan. Like the fact that they're aping so hard off of James Bond, like I'm just like, I get it, but like you're missing all the
You don't
marks.
get it. They're not making a James Bond comic. We're the only place you can get James Bond.
What about Electra?
I don't know. I just
didn't do it for you?
There wasn't like I don't know. I didn't.
I'll tell you what my issue is with Electra.
I think the problem I have with Electra is like it's kind of like I like the idea of like her trying to like come back and sort of redeem herself after her like storied past. But like throwing like Wolverine in there because like you're possibly afraid that this book isn't going to sell.
But they don't put him on the cover. I think
No,
that
but, like-
I think they're actually just doing the Marvel thing where they're like, no, she was with Wolverine before.
Remember, she was
People
with
will be
him, yeah.
confused if there's no Wolverine.
No,
in it.
it's like it's just so unnecessary and like I don't know. Like
I actually like seeing
She's
Wolverine in there.
she's got friends.
Because for me, there were too
Wolverine.
many unfamiliar faces in this book. I was like, hey, Wolverine.
yeah, but that's the point. Like she's launching
Oh,
her own
thank God,
series. Like
Wolverine.
Yeah, it's her book.
she's the tether.
No, I agree.
You know
what I mean?
She
Like-
should be.
But don't
she's
forget,
the
she's
tether.
part of the Marvel universe. See, here's Wolverine.
It's weirdly like sort of hodgepodgey. Like
Yeah.
everything else that's going on around her. Like she's like this is my story. And I gotta help this dojo, and I gotta be a dancer, and I gotta
yeah.
fight Bullseye, and I'm like,
Which
is
one
just-
of these?
Oh, I gotta spin all these plates.
Which one of these plots would you like
She is
to
just
read
like
about?
reacting to what's happening around her. She
not
doesn't drive
informing, yeah.
the
Yeah, so, like-
story, but I kind of like that 'cause she's like
She's
off
aimless
balance
anyway.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I don't think it's the ugly at all.
but she doesn't act like she's off balance. You know what I mean? Like there's just I don't know.
Cover is so dope. I think it saves it from the wrong box. I'm not going to vote for it.
No,
I don't think I think it's
I
actually.
wouldn't even call it the ugly.
No, I think
I
it-
hated Zen so much. I would vote for Zen. for the
No, I
ugly.
don't think it's ugly at all because it's like
I was so bored. Just like I don't
no.
How
I,
could you be?
about
How
any
did you
of
have
this.
time to be bored?
Here's-
It took 3
here's-
minutes to read.
For
Because
me,
nothing happened.
I was honestly so impressed by what they did with the black and white art because like I've seen lots of black and white art before that
The art does
it just
work.
falls
I
flat. Like they
didn't-
can't.
The art's also incredibly
Yeah.
dated, but like in
It
a
is.
fun
It
way.
is incredibly dated, but
Yeah.
like there's depth to a lot of the panels. I'm not saying it's the best work ever, but like this is a book put out not by like Valiant
Any of
Image.
them. It's not even
Marvel,
Valiant.
DC. And like I'm just like, okay, like you worked really, really hard on this, and like there's just something adorable about Zen, and I can't quite put my
That's the
finger
thing.
on it.
For
Like,
me, I like Young Zen. I've read other Zen books. I only like Young Zen.
yeah, like
Does he get like edgier when he's older?
Yeah.
I like
scary
the world
and-
building better in that than in this.
Yeah.
I kind of like this world building.
No.
It's such a like dark, like hideous world. Like there's no good guys.
No, yeah.
Everyone's gross.
Well,
awful.
And that is
like,
a
the French
direction.
are good.
They're trying.
Yeah.
They're doing something. They're like, here's
Right.
this idea.
Yeah.
What if everyone sucked and your superhero was miserable?
Yeah,
And
there
like,
are no superheroes.
So
Yeah.
basically, what
Ninjas.
you
So
just described,
real.
I should like it because I like going to worlds where it's miserable
unhappy
and
and
it's
miserable.
not good.
It's not though. It's not a miserable world.
actually like-
just not
I
that
just
great.
didn't
well, there are
care.
no
Yeah.
heroes in it.
Right. It's not an
certainly.
apocalypse. It's just
Yeah.
like sucky.
Well, we don't understand what the Weaponeers are or what they do. We have no
No.
background. We just get a little bit on Ninjak.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
faintest bit where he's like, look, I'm not a good guy.
Right.
You know, you're not the image of your father. Then fire me.
Right, then I don't
And that's
care.
it. That's
Yeah, you're
all
like-
we got on it.
It's all style. It's
There's
all,
no depth there.
It's gravitas and bravado.
The
Yeah.
only depth
Yeah.
we get is with the organization, the WebNet,
Mm-hmm.
and the bad guys.
Right. And even then, like the bad guy, like the
You
the-
do learn way
Dr.
more about the bad
Silk
guys.
is so overdeveloped, even though
Oh,
he's like
yeah.
Screw
at
Silk.
least, at least
I
Silk
like
doesn't.
Sala.
I'm a,
I like the guy that dies by spiders
That's
because
fair.
he's
Dies
betraying
by
the
spiders.
organization.
That's true.
I
He
just-
betrays the organization in the beginning. Then he, what the hell does he do? He
Oh, you mean the-
murders Dominique.
The guy who you know is like not gonna make it through this issue, pretty much
They name
3
him for no
panels into
reason.
missing him
Yeah,
or meeting
but
him, you're like,
you get a lot of his like personality.
yeah.
yeah.
Throughout the
I
book.
Like he's
Yes.
big there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
kills
then he-
Dominique. He's like, we don't have to tell Dr. Silk about that.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll just
Yeah.
lie to him.
Yeah.
And then you
I
get him on
also
a
He thinks
copter.
he's gonna get away with it.
I gotta tell you, I don't think any of them are really ugly.
No, they're not.
Like,
They're not. I
because
just
this is just like, this is a Marvel comic from 1994.
Yeah.
If you don't like them, you're not going to.
You know what
This
doesn't
is-
help? Honestly, for me, I'm interrupting you.
No, please.
These two you can compare more easily. This is such a different.
It's so
it's-
different.
it's-
but it's
it's
all
just-
ninjas.
it's
I know it's
barely
all
a ninja
ninjas.
book.
No, it's a ninja.
Yes.
It says
It says ninja in the title.
But
It's
I
only
mean,
one.
like in terms of
Oh,
like
ninja.
what it is that they're doing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
these are trying to be edgy '90s books.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is,
I don't know what
this
that's
is
trying
not.
to do, but it's doing a nice
It's
job.
doing its thing
Yeah.
over there. Like these two, like yeah.
These two are trying to like paint masterpieces, and this guy's eating paint in the corner. But good for you, Zen. You finished the whole jar. I gotta tell you though, like, Ninjak's a tryhard. Electra is. Here's the thing. Both of these give it a valiant effort.
They do.
They really legitimately do. And they're like, Peter, can you make this work? And he's like, no.
We'll give her more armbands.
Yeah, more. Here's the thing. Mike Deodato Jr. is drawn, and it looks pretty cool. It's not there yet.
Sometimes.
But it's pretty cool.
I like her design.
I do too.
but
love
I
her
think it's
design.
the costume.
It's straight up the costume.
I don't like
just
that.
seeing
I don't
her
like that
costume.
version of that costume.
I like it. I don't care. As long as it's red and it's got armbands, I'm
no,
good.
I like the other one that they show in here.
The one from the past?
Yeah.
I like her dancing.
It's
outfit.
better. I do too.
Yeah.
I actually like the idea.
You
that-
mean a skirt?
Yeah.
Well, I like how she like puts her head into that, or that hair into like a thing, and they're like they acknowledge like she has a lot of hair. Look at how many hairbands she needs.
You like this outfit. The skirt that's impossibly short.
Oh, it is.
Paired with a pair of high heels that only a hooker would put on with that.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
and then she rides on the back of a motorcycle in that
right.
outfit.
And her midsection is showing on top of it. That's the outfit you like? Is that what you're telling me?
What there's so many to choose from. There's that. There's the one where she's just wearing straps.
You're right.
Would you prefer if I preferred that outfit?
I'll just take this one.
Oh my god.
There we go. Boob window.
Hey,
The funny thing is,
she's actually, I think, covered more.
Yes, she is.
what for my money, by the way,
I
like
forgot about the boots.
she's a little weird because like she's the only one who's dressed like a supervillain. Like
Yeah.
everyone else is
Yeah.
drawn like a character.
Okay, no, the master is also drawn like a super
The
villain.
master looks like Mumra. Like he looks like anyone in a robe.
He looks like an
ridiculous.
evil person. You
No.
just see his eyes.
He
It's
looks-
blackness.
He
Yeah.
looks stupid.
At least they're wearing. None of these other characters even have clothes in this book.
They just have muscles.
Yeah, they do.
Well, there.
Where? Where's the clothes on this monster?
That's the monster.
Where's the clothes on friggin' turtle guy or whatever? They don't have clothes. They're all naked.
I think they're wearing loincloths. Anyway,
I think that she carries a sword that she never
who,
uses.
so wait, what did you vote for the good?
See?
For the good, I
They
vote
each
Electra.
voted.
Electra.
Underwear.
Oh, by the way, one other thing that really bothers me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why isn't there shading under this? This is meant to be three-dimensional.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry about that.
It
Oh, and the title?
really
I don't
bugs
even
the
Do you
notice
like
that.
the,
hell
do you
out
like
of
the
me.
CG
I agree now
3D
that you-
it one first?
Yeah, like
We're trying things.
look, this is an outline.
So this is
There's an
amazing.
outline.
This is just-
what happened.
No,
Electra.
The letters are.
Yeah.
Electra,
that's it?
Ninjak, Zen.
Zen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now-
Zen is the
Technically
good.
wins.
Zen
No,
is-
yeah,
Yeah,
Zen
Zen
technically
wins.
wins.
Technically wins the good.
But I say no ugly.
No,
I abstain.
neither of them are ugly.
No.
No.
None of them are because usually there's like, okay, this one's the worst.
No.
Oh wait, no, you voted for ugly. Did you say
I
that
voted
Zen was
Zen
ugly as
for
well?
ugly. What do you vote for ugly? I just want to see what people think.
Yeah.
If you had to, gun to your head.
I vote. God damn it. Probably Electra for the ugly because it was just boring.
Interesting.
It was
All
boring.
right. What about you guys?
If I had
if I
to
had
pick,
to?
I think Ninjak because I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I think it might technically be better because it actually is doing more than this, but I don't like it. But I do love the cover. The cover does save it.
What do you think, Tiffany?
Well, I mean, there's a cat in this one.
It does have a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany, cat.
But it does abuse Art Nouveau.
And it does.
I like that this is also more violent. Like he cuts some dude's hands off.
Oh,
Yeah, this one's-
there's blood and shit
There's
in it.
this
And
is
sex.
and
yeah,
sex.
You know what? This is
Creepy
like this
sex.
is like high. This is ultra violent. You might even say.
is ultra-violent.
But like to the point where I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Yeah,
eyes
I've
gloss
seen
over.
someone chop off someone's hands
sure,
before.
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, it was in 300.
Yeah. You're
Thank
so,
you.
You're
Or
so
not
violent,
300,
Ninja.
Sensei.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You really
Such a badass.
blew my
I
mind.
guess
Oh,
if
you
I,
had sex with that chick knowing that she was a bad guy and you were going to kill her afterwards. Wow.
Wow.
yeah, if I
Oh,
had,
whoa, I didn't kill her. I just set her up to die.
you
I didn't
killed
have to
her!
save her. If I had to pick this would, if I had to, this would be the ugly.
So then everything wins and nothing wins at the same time.
I mean, this clearly wins. It got 2 votes for it.
It did.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
That's fine.
I
Anyway.
think Ninjak got 2 votes for the ugly.
Yeah, but like
So-
it's just like I
Yeah,
just,
but that's
I don't
okay.
know.
Is there a wrong box vote?
No,
No.
not at
Okay.
all.
No,
Oh, no,
definitely not.
nothing, none of these.
See, and much like the ninja, it's like this episode didn't really happen in a way because you don't even know it's there because nothing won or lost
Yeah,
in
it's
a way.
so muddled. It's a very
Yeah,
muddled
what a
picture
mess.
at the end.
You don't even.
I did not expect this to happen.
You didn't know that you're dead.
Yeah. Oh, but now that I am, I can resume my life. As...
I killed you 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well done.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway.
Yes, is this my Scarlet Carson?
You do get a rose in Ninjak.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just tossed on her face.
Meh.
Yeah,
Huh, money shot.
Clean yourself up, bitch.
you did.
Anyway, thanks a lot for watching this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We'll see you guys next time with another episode.
Could it not be ninjas?
No, we'll never do ninjas
Yeah,
again.
Thank
Ninjas
you.
is done.
There's gonna be one more ninja.
There will be.
I'm
Another,
sorry.
There will
It's
be
gonna
another
happen.
ninja.
You
I'm
know
sorry,
it's
everybody.
happening. No,
I picked ninjas.
We
and
will.
it
We will
was a
do
mess.
another. We have more ninjas, but they won't be these ninjas.
It was better than clowns.
It beats clowns, which is an episode that will come one day.
I would
No.
like to beat clowns. Don't end it on that.